Have you ever wondered about the proper way to tow a trailer in terms of the height of the ball? I'm Gary Conley from Lance Camper Manufacturing, and I'm here to talk to you about that today. One of the most important things in considering when you're towing a trailer is actually towing the trailer level. In order to do that, you have to consider how you load the trailer and what the ball height is going to be of the trailer once you put all your gear in here. In addition, depending on the suspension on your vehicle, how much sag is going to basically occur once you put the weight, the tongue weight of the trailer onto your vehicle. Now, some vehicles, depending on suspension, it might drop the vehicle a ½ inch, 3/4 of an inch. Sometimes it might even drop it a couple of inches. So it's really important to determine what type of suspension upgrade or assist you might put on your vehicle to level out your vehicle. Because if you buy a drop hitch and get your ball height to the proper height, just when you put the tongue weight on, it can have an effect in terms of the finished height. So just measuring your ball height from the ground to the top of the ball in the stock position, it might be a correct measurement, let's say of 20½ inches. But when you put the weight of the trailer onto the ball, it might drop the vehicle down to maybe 19½ inches, which means that the trailer is being towed unlevel. And that can have huge effects on your tire wear and handling and other things. So it's really important to understand that your ball height and once you're loaded and hitched up is proper. And that measurement should be from the ground to the top of the ball, okay, here, all right, should be 20½ inches. Now that's on all of our standard trailers. The 1575 has a different measurement, but on all of our tandem axle trailers that we build here at Lance, 20½ inches to the top of the ball with the weight of the tongue weight of the trailer is proper. So now let's step around the side here, and I want to talk to you about some things that can happen when you're towing the trailer unlevel. Now we're here on the side of the trailer. I'm going to talk to you about towing this trailer level. But before I get into that, one thing I want to basically talk to you about is that when you load your trailer, you can put a lot of items forward of the axle, let's say 500–600 pounds worth of stuff in the front, and that will actually go right onto the tongue. So when you're loading the trailer, keep in mind that putting almost equal amount of weight forward and aft equally, okay, will keep the hitch weight equal as to what it is. So if you're looking for a 10% rating, let's say 450–500 pounds, give or take, on the front tongue in terms of the weight, how you load the trailer will basically have an effect on that. If you take all of your items and put them all forward in the trailer, then that's going to increase your tongue weight and therefore create kind of a V and something that you basically adjust and accommodate for. So let me just talk to you about a couple things about level trailer hauling. What happens here is that if, let's say, we put a ton of weight on the tongue of the trailer, increasing our tongue weight, the trailer potentially can go down like this off of its normal setting. With that said, it's going to put more weight on the front axle, and what's going to happen is that the rear axle is actually going to be off the ground. So now what happens is the rear axle kind of does this bouncing motion, which then causes the tires to wear unevenly and they kind of get scalloped in things. That's because it's bouncing going down the road, okay, because it's not making 100% pure contact. In reverse, if you have too much weight in the back, or if the tongue height is too high, let's say 22–23 inches, so the trailer is up like this, now what happens is the weight goes on the rear axle. Therefore, the front tire or the front axle is then bouncing on the road. So that gives you uneven wear. In addition, tire pressure and things can also come into play with this as well. So let's go inside and let's talk specifically about tires. It's really important to understand that having the proper inflation of a tire really affects the basic wear and tear on the tire as well as the handling of the trailer when you're going down the road. So in specifics, you really need to make sure that the tire is properly inflated. And as you can see here, there's little markings on the tire, and this is going to show 50 psi pressure at cold temperatures and 1,760 pounds of total capacity of the tire. This is a 4-ply tire. Now, something that a lot of people get confused about is that when you're talking about ratings of tires and things like that, there's speed ratings and stuff. and this tire is more than sufficient to handle the total trailer weight and capacities going down the road. But again, remember, tire inflation is very, very important. That will prevent wearing on the outside edge, scalloping, and other issues that might happen, whereas people then start to believe that it's an issue with the axle, when in fact all of those other issues that we've already previously talked about actually have a huge contribution to whether or not your tires are actually going to wear properly or not. I'm Gary Conley from Lance Campers, and thank you for watching.